Welcome to the new lecture. In the previous lecture we discussed about the GNM codes and also the installation of the Boxfort CAD/CAM software. In this lecture we will discuss basic lathe project CAD modeling, GNM coding and simulation, and manufacturing using Boxfort CAD/CAM application simulator. We will also discuss part programming and operation sheets, that how we can write GNM codes in those sheets. Then we will discuss manual part program write-up using GNM codes in programming sheet, and then we will compare the manual part programming using programming sheet and Boxfort part program code sheet. So we will compare manual as well as the software sheets, and we will check whether the coding are same or different. We will also simulate our CAD model, and we will generate the codes, GNM codes for that CAD model, and also we will dump the same those codes for the real-time manufacturing in the Boxfort CAD/CAM lathe and milling center. The title of the lab practical is use of Boxfort software in lathe mode and practice of GNM codes for part simulation and real-time computer-aided manufacturing. Objectives are to know how to use Boxfort software in lathe mode, to draw 2D CAD figures in the lathe mode, and to generate GNM codes, and to run simulation and render models for real-time manufacturing, to write a program for this for the sample part, or to write a program for the lathe project, and then compare it with the part program generated by the software. You can also draft further objectives by yourself after doing this lab practical. Machine tool used, again this is the same practice which we have done in the previous two lectures. Again, this is a description for Boxfort CAD/CAM lathe and milling center. This is the picture of that machine. The software that is compatible with the machine is Boxfort CAD/CAM software, which we will use in this lab practical. And the parts are also being mentioned, or components are also being mentioned in this slide. Technical specification, I have already provided a link in the Google Classroom. You can click on that link and you will see the technical specification of the Boxfort CAD/CAM machine. Procedure for doing or performing this practical: we can either open CAD or GNM mode. So we have two options. Either we can generate either we can create a CAD model, or we can write GNM codes. In both drawing and GNM codes option, we can make a new program or open already existed saved file. So either we can go for a new CAD or GNM code sheet, or we can also open the existing GNM codes file or the existing CAD file, and we can run that file for the simulation, and we can use the same file for the CAM purpose or CAM activity. When we open GNM code, a window will open, and after that we can write codes in empty rows and columns, which we will discuss in the coming slides in the programming or part programming sheet and operation sheets, which we will use while noting different parameters after finalizing the design or model. While in drawing mode, we have to draw the sketch of the final product we want to produce. After sketch or program, we can check the simulation of the machining process, and finally provide codes to processing equipment to run the machining process. First of all, you have to ensure the datum, offset, and two libraries. So this is the sheet. This is done for the very first time. When you purchase MT2 Boxfort, you have to ensure the late datum as well as the two libraries, and you have to ensure whether at that particular slot in the turret the particular tool in the library has been mounted or not. So this is the practice which is usually done just after purchasing of the Boxford KitKam machine, and this is the sheet where you note the datum points and so on. MT2 safety consideration. First is the working practice. The moving part of the machine are totally enclosed when the operator guard is closed, and interlock prevent the spindle drive from running when the guard is open. So in the already in the previous lecture I have mentioned that when the guard is open or production shield is open, the machine will stop and no activity will take place, just for security or for safety purposes. The operator is therefore well protected against the risk of injury. However, the following precautions should be made to promote safe working procedure and to prevent damage to the machine. Clothing. So you should ensure that you have wore the tight cloths, as well as you have to avoid jewelry while working on the machine tool. Cleanliness, you have to ensure that there is no chips available, and you have to clean the machine every time. Securing tooling and workpiece, you have to ensure that the tool as well as the workpiece is properly gripped or not. If it is not gripped, then you have to grip it properly, and you have also ensure that there is no chuck key available in the chuck. Other thing, you have to ensure that it is being placed in the proper place. In short, we can say that you have to ensure the housekeeping of the lathe. Switching on, check the power on switch is set to off before switching the main supply. Directly the main supply, if you allow the direct main supply power to the machine, it may damage the machine. So you have to ensure that it is then passed through the power on off button from the main supply. Care of the cutting tool. Keep tool clean and sharp. Use the most suitable tool for the job as per the required operation. Tool setting. To avoid running a tool into the workpiece or chuck, make sure that the tool offset and workpiece datum are correctly set, and that the correct tool types and position have been selected. Performance and limitation. Know the capabilities and limitation of the machine. Don't overstress the machine by selecting excessive feed rates and depth of cut. Stopping the machine. When the machine executing a production cycle, it can be stopped by any of the 5 methods. So these 5 methods you can use for stopping the machine. You can use emergency stop button, you can use feed hold button, but with feed hold button that lying on the control panel, when you press the feed hold button, the spindle will still rotate but the feed motion will stop. Similarly, main isolator is one of the option to stop the machine. We can directly close the Boxford software and then the machine will automatically stop. Emergency foot switch, if fitted, then we can use that switch for the in case of emergency, or if you want to stop our program for any other reason. Guard switch. So guard switch, here you can see the warning: don't attempt to stop the machine by opening the guard. Use any one of the above methods apart from the guard switch, apart from the opening the protection shield to disengage the interlock switch, and wait until the spindle has stopped before opening the guard. So it is a better practice to use, first of all, you have to use emergency stop button. It is one of the most recommended option for stopping the machine in case of emergency, or if you want to change the program. Rest of the methods are also available with precautions or with limitations. Next is MT2 design tips and hints. So we have left hand tool, right hand tool. Here you can see the description, you can read it by yourself. You have to ensure that the tool doesn't strike or hit the chuck. When designing in lathe mode, don't use the machine part longer than 70 mm, because what will happen if you use the longer or pieces, it will vibrate, it will wobble while machining, and the machining will surface or cutting tool may be damaged. Try not to design part with thin shaft because the part will vibrate. Don't design parts that the tooling cannot get into during manufacturing. You can see the schematics from the given schematics. You can get the idea. Always finish a part with the vertical line. So these are the lathe design steps you have to ensure while designing or while doing lathe projects. MT2 lathe project. So we'll start the project. In the first we will design the model in the CAD or the lathe CAD in the Boxford CAD/CAM software, and then we will generate the codes, and after generating the codes we will simulate, and then we will allow the codes for the real-time manufacturing. Spinning lathe project tips and hints. Again, hints are given. Material needed, you can read by yourself. You need vernier caliper, you need the workpiece, you need the cutting tool, you have to ensure that it is properly lubricated, and so on. You can use the manual while doing your project in the lathe mode using Boxford machine. We have teaching concentration, evaluation, design tips for spinning lathe project. In this slide you can see creating the CAD file. So we'll start and we'll discuss, or first let me show you how to create a CAD file, and then how to generate the codes and simulates, and then allowing the CAD file or the codes for the real-time manufacturing for generating the real-time object in the CAM activity. I've already installed the Boxford CAD/CAM software using virtual machine with the same procedure which I have mentioned in the video number 1 for this lathe course. You can double click to open or to run the software. As we are working in the lathe mode, so you have to select the lathe. Then what you have to do, you have to select this CAD new. You have to select this icon or click this icon. I have already created the project which I am going to cover in this lathe course, in this lathe practical. So it is a time consuming, so that's why I already saved the CAD file which we are going to cover in this particular practical. Open it. This is similar. You can see the different options which we already practice in the AutoCAD. So the interface is almost similar. You can use this. You can see the dimensions and so on. So you have to draw the lines or endpoints or nodes on the one side of the datum axis. On the other side it will automatically mirror. So after completing your drawing, then you have to use this process billet. So when you click on this, again it will ask you, a pop-up window will appear and it will ask you about the workpiece dimensions, the material. So here you have to select, because we are working on the plastic or wax material or nylon workpieces. Here you have to ensure again the diameter and the length of the workpiece. When you click on the process, you have to save. Yes. Now you can see you can decrease the speed of the simulation. Here the codes as well as the simulation, both windows you can see in this on the screen. When you click on this, when you start simulation, this is basically the GNM codes that is being generated by the software for that particular operation as per your CAD model. When you click on this play button, now you can see the simulation. It is removing the material in steps. A depth of cut should be ensured. It is also telling you about the number of the sequence number or number of NC instruction, the G code, the X, Z, feed rate, spindle, and so on. And this is the time which is required for manufacturing or for KM activity. So when you close this window, then directly you can see this is basically the codes, GNM codes generated as per the CAD model by the Boxford software, and you have to compare these codes with the manual programming sheet where you have manually write the program and then you have to conclude. Again we have you can see edit. If you want to edit the code, you can easily get edit to reduce the time or to increase the productivity. You can also directly simulate the CAD model or the generated GNM codes. And after here we have option of the manufacturing, real-time manufacturing. After ensuring that the codes are okay, the simulation is as per the design requirement, so then you can allow your design for the real-time manufacturing. Here you can see it is instruction is begin in the red birds. So connect the machine. Here it is asking for to connect the machine, as I am using the simulator or the software without connecting the software or interfacing the software with the Boxford machine. So when you do it in the lab, you have the option, and you may have different option, different write-up in the instruction, and accordingly you can select and you can start the real-time manufacturing. Here we have tool library. You can see the tool library. You can also create the GNM codes or write the GNM codes in the GNM sheet. So this is the software which we can use to create the CAD model and to generate the GNM codes, as well as we have the simulation option. Also we can, after ensuring or after validating the model through simulation, we can send the codes to the manufacturing machine or CAD/CAM Boxford machine for the manufacturing of the object. Then you can close after completing the real-time manufacturing. Okay, back to the slides. Here you can see the description for the creating the CAD model in the Boxford software. You can read it by yourself. It's very simple and self-explanatory. How you will edit the existing CAD file, how you will go for 3D rendering, as well as auto dimensioning. So in auto dimensioning, I have already mentioned in the previous lecture that we have different coordinate systems. We can use incremental as well as absolute mode for dimensioning purposes. Background information, it is very important to know about this knowledge, these descriptions regarding the machine. Spindle rotation, the spindle can run forward mean counterclockwise when viewed, and the chuck jaws, here you can see clockwise and counterclockwise, and in reverse mean clockwise when viewed on the chuck jaws direction, and spindle of rotation are controlled either by the spindle forward or spindle reverse button on the machine control panel, or by means of M code M03 forward, M04 is reverse selected from the software. You already know about the GNM code, the list which I have mentioned in the physical class, that these are the different GNM codes which you can use as per the required operation or as per the requirement. So GNM codes, we have appendices, we have tables where these codes are mentioned. I have already cropped the codes from the book and saved in this presentation, which I will show you in the coming slides. So here you can see the representation about the axis. This is the chuck, this is reverse, and this is forward. Reverse being clockwise and forward being counterclockwise. This is x plus, this is z minus. So while writing a program or for drawing the CAD model in the LatheCAD software, you have to use these axes, or you have to ensure these axes, x plus and z minus. Here it is very much important for external drilling. You have to use the clockwise or reverse, and from the software you can use M04 in the NC instruction to mention that the reverse direction for external turning. If you are using the internal drilling, you have to use the counterclockwise rotation of the spindle, clockwise rotation of the spindle or chuck, and from the software you can use M03. Similarly, for internal boring and screw cutting, the reverse direction is recommended. This information is very much important for when you do turning operation or internal drilling operation. The direction for the chuck will reverse and will be reverse to each other, and the codes, if you are rotating or if you are doing these operation from the using software, you can use these codes. Then CAD profile or CAD window, it is being labeled the different areas that is available on the graphical user interface of the LatheCAD window. It is being labeled. We have status bar, we have grid snap, we have menu bar, we have toolbar, we have help message bar, and so on. Next is a LatheCAD menu and status bar. We have different options, different keys, which you have already practiced in the AutoCAD software. The same buttons, the same options are also provided in the LatheCAD software, which is embedded inside the Boxford CAD/CAM application. So you can use these options. The symbols are almost same which you have used in the AutoCAD. Fillet, radius, chamfer, thread, and so on. Auto dimensioning is also one of the option. Baseline dimensioning or continuous dimensioning. So already you have practice, or you have seen the dimensioning style, different dimensioning style in the engineering drawing and CAD, engineering drawing and CAD lab. So we have incremental mode, we have absolute mode. So accordingly you can dimension your figure. Lathe worksheet. So you can read the question by yourself and you can answer it. Coordinate system. We have coordinate systems. This is simple project where you can see turning operation. So here you can see the table, absolute coordinates and incremental coordinates. You can select either absolute, or you can write or select the corner points or nodes using absolute coordinate system or incremental coordinate system. From the figure it is being filled, you can create the same table and you can write or note the corner or the nodes from the drawing. Absolute coordinate system, incremental coordinate system. This sheet is already been shared in the Google Classroom, so you can practice. You can locate the different points with respect to origin or with respect to the last point. It's up to you. The absolute system is based on the origin, a center point, and the incremental system is based on the last point will be your reference point. So you can practice this sheet by yourself before performing this experiment, so that you can know you can practice the absolute and incremental coordinate system. Simulating the part, already I have done this activity in using software. You can simulate the part. Similarly, you can send the part for real-time manufacturing, but before manufacturing you have to ensure that you have to measure the length of the billet using vernier caliper. And number 7, fit the billet, basically your workpiece of the size detail in the window. When the billet is installed, use a digital caliper or ruler to measure the distance from the front face of the chuck jaws to the front face of the billet. It is good idea to have the billet project out of the chuck about 0.2 mm further than the amount entered in the Z field box. Here the example is mentioned. In this case, for example, if the length you have selected is 40 mm, so in this case the billet would be projected out 40.2 mm and the Z value should be 40 mm. So after doing this activity, you can click on the OK, and then you can do the further steps to start the real-time manufacturing for your workpiece. So again, these are the buttons which you have further ensure of for the before starting real-time manufacturing. You have to click on the cycle start button or the single block. It's up to you. If you want to run the program block wise, you can use a single block button, or if you want to run the program simultaneously as a whole, then you can press the cycle start button from the control panel. So next is, these are the operation sheets and programming sheets which you can use for the manual part programming. The previous activity till this slide, this was all about the CAD modeling and the generation of the codes, GNM codes, and then simulation of the codes, and then sending those codes for the real-time manufacturing, and about the machine setup. Then another activity which you have to do in this lab practical, that is you have to use these sheets for the manual part programming. We have operation sheets, we have programming sheets. So here you can see drawing number, operation sheet for turning, the material used, inside diameter, outside diameter, operation description, operation number. For example, we want to perform 2 operations, so turning operation will be operation number 1 and drilling operation will be operation number 2. You have to ensure you can select the spindle speed, tool feed or feed rate, as well as the tool number. These are the GNM codes which I have already mentioned in the physical class. You can use this code for filling this programming sheet as per the part requirement or design requirement. We will cover this lathe project in this lathe practical. We will write the program in the manual mode. Also we will simulate, or we will generate the codes in the software using Boxfort software. This is the part which we will model in the CAD or late CAD software, and then we will create the codes and simulate, and then we will send this part for this drawing for the real-time manufacturing. So here you can see, after drawing, you have to label the origin, or you have to define your datum point, and after that you have to note the coordinates of the corner or the node points. We have A, B, C, D, E. So we have to note the endpoints, or the points of that particular location, or coordinates of that particular location in XY direction or XZ direction. So we are using X plus and Z minus. This is the table which I have shown in the previous slides. The absolute coordinate system of the point and the profile are tabulated below. You should also do this activity to note the datum points as well as the nodes or the corner points from the drawing, and then you have to decide the cutting tool, whether you are using left hand or right hand cutting tool. When you double click on the Boxfort CAD-CAM application, and after selecting the lathe mode, you will see this window. You have different option. You can create the CAD model. You can directly write the GNM codes. You can select the tool from the tool library. We have view option if you want to view your codes for that particular drawing, or if you want to edit, you can edit, and you can simulate your codes, and then after, if it is okay, then you can send the codes for the real-time manufacturing. After selecting, because in this lab activity or in this lab practical we are going to create a CAD model, so when you click on this CAD new file, this icon, you will see this pop-up window. Here it is requesting for the component information and the name of the creator. Also you have to define the dimension, which include diameter, length, outside diameter, inside diameter. Also it is requesting for the unit system which you want to use for your dimensioning. So this is the part which I have created, which I have shown in the previous when I practiced the CAD model in the Boxfort software. So I have drawn this figure in the Boxfort software, in the lathe CAD, and then after drawing this CAD figure, I click on the process billet, and after that I have generated the codes for that particular figure, and then I simulate the codes, whether the required operation, whether it will give me the required operation or not. If it is okay, if it is, the model is being validated, then again we have another option for rendering. If you want to render your figure, you can go for 3D rendering, and if it is okay, then you can send the figure for the real-time manufacturing in the Boxfort machine. This is the manual part programming using programming sheet. You have to write the codes manually, and then you have to compare the manual part programming using programming sheet and Boxfort code generation sheet. If there is any difference between these two sheets, you can write in the comments, or you can write in your conclusions. This is the practice exercise. You can follow the same steps which I have discussed in this video lecture, and you can practice the figure in the Boxfort software as well as using programming sheet. You can write the codes for this particular design or for this particular figure. So this was all about this lecture. If you have any question, any query, you can discuss in the comment section, or you can ask me in the physical class. Thank you.